little sacrilegious that you did go to New Orleans and did not have a singular po' boy.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that. I'm also a little disappointed in me, for sure.
And the city's going through a tough time right now. Getsy, you need to, well, I don't know. Actually, this week was a pretty good week. The Saints won.
Oh,
They
good for
did?
them.
Yeah.
I meant to check in on you.
The Saints won. My week was great because of it. Like, the world is a better place when I'm not kidding you. Like, I don't know why it affects me so fucking much.
You're passionate.
But it genuinely affects me so much that, like, and it's like I've accepted it. But if I I just think about it, I'm like, the Saints really have a hold. They really got a hold on me.
But like, I mean, walking down Bourbon Street during Halloween was like something I've never seen.
Did anybody ask you where you got your shoes at?
My shoes?
You know where you got your shoes at? That's a New Orleans thing. Nobody told you that?
No, that's funny. What's that mean?
I bet you I can tell you where you got your shoes at.
Where'd I get my shoes at?
And then, so it's $100 though. If I can tell you where you got your shoes at, you're going to give me $100. But if I can't, I'm going to give you $100.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Deal. We got to shake on it.
Okay.
Your shoes. Can I see them? Oh, there's sandals.
Yeah, they're not even shoes.
All right. I can tell you exactly where you got them at.
Where did I get these from?
You got those shoes right here inside of the Deeper Issues Nerdcast studio in Orange, California. That's where you got your shoes. On tonight's episode, Disney loses the rights to Roger Rabbit. What's that mean for the character in the future? We got a Super Mario Galaxy, Five Nights at Freddy, and Michael Jackson biopic trailer. King of the Hill renewed for 4 more seasons. The Lucas Museum officially gets an opening date. And man, we have so much news, as well as some cool #1 comics you need no prior knowledge or insight to be able to enjoy. Ketsia is still confused and staring at me.
They're from Marshall.
Stick around because your fandom awaits.
You owe me $100.
Fantasies of God, fantasies.
That's a New Orleans thing. The shoe shiners will do that, and they'll be like, you have to let me shine your shoes. And then you're like, okay, I guess shine my shoes. And then they'll be like, that's $100 for a shoe shining.
Interesting.
And
that's when I walk away and I'd be like, call the cops, see what happens.
Some tours, the cops will be like,
you promised the man.
You made the bet, ma'am. This is New Orleans.
Fascinating.
I know where you got your shoes at. You got your shoes right there on the floor. On the street.
Oh, okay. I hear it now.
Purchase them.
Yeah, not where you purchased your shoes.
See, I've fallen for a classic not clarifying with the genie.
Yeah.
That was my mistake. That's on me.
Now you know. Welcome back to the place where we think all the deep thoughts about all the shallow things until we are all dead and place below the ground. Welcome back to the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. If this is your first time joining us, we take the weekly geeky zeitgeist and make it accessible and digestible, deep dive into the latest movies, TV, games, comics, or whatever thing the internet is fighting about now, and nerd-splain it. No nerdy background necessary to hang out, whether you're a total newbie or a level 99 pop culture wizard. Myself and my panel of nerd-splainers have a PhD in pop culture in order to be a geeky guides to discovering what kind of nerd you really are. So welcome to the gateway to all things nerdy. No gatekeeping allowed. Welcome to the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. I don't. Oh yeah. I get it. Oh, fine, everybody. It's okay. It's all right. Settle down, people. All you live, very real people here that are clearly very much clapping for that.
In front of a live studio audience.
Yeah.
It's this show.
This week, my panel of nerd-splainers here to make the world of pop culture a little bit less intimidating. To my left, recently back from her exorcism. Look at her, just back to normal. Sometimes you got to exercise those demons. It turned out Ketsia was just hangry. that time.
Yeah.
And then she went to New Orleans, got all that food, and look at her. She's right as rain. Our verbal AK-47, Miss Ketsia Abramson.
I ate too much shrimp and now I'm better.
To my right, the right hand, he's promptly where he should be. Here at the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. Oh yeah, I know. No memory card on that one. Hiding halfway behind the screen, Mr. T.I. Ty. Don't.
What?
His mom says call him Tyler.
All right.
Yeah.
They're clapping already. They're done.
Ty Photography.
Thanks.
Ty died.
Thanks.
Tyler Chow,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Nobody to Ty's right. Diddy is overworked and underpaid. She
Aren't
is
we all?
in Dana Point, the powers that be. This was a little bit of the theme of what we were discussing before the show. It reminds me of that. And I sang this during my last job, I think for a solid year and a half. It just played in my head every time I was at my job. Was the Smith song, the In My Life, why do I waste valuable time
Is that the one
on
from
people who don't
500 Days
care
of Summer?
if I-" There's a lot of Smiths, and I don't remember that.
Man.
But there's a lot of no.
Yeah.
That one's Let Me Get What I Want.
I love
There's
this.
a lot of stuff.
I love the Smiths.
Yeah.
I love this.
I love the Smiths.
What?
Why are you saying it like that?
Because
That's
that's
from
the
the
line from the movie.
Oh, okay.
Jeez,
Oh my
Pablo.
God.
I
For
was
those of
doing
you
it.
who
I got-
don't know,
I got
it's
you.
Zoe Deschanel and Gordon Joseph Levitt.
Joseph Gordon.
He, like,
Joseph
takes-
Gordon Levitt. And she's like, they're in an elevator together, and he's got his headphones on, and Zoe Deschanel can hear the music playing. And she's like, I love the Smiths. And he like pulls away his headphone. He's like, what'd you say? And she's like, I love the Smiths. And then she gets off the elevator. And then the way he just like looks after her of like so besmitten. That's how the movie starts.
Yeah.
But yeah, the joke of like just your manic pixie dream girl has to do nothing but just very lightly compliment a band you like, and you immediately fall in love with her.
It's the Smiths.
I mean, it is the Smiths, and that's Zoe Deschanel's character. What's the actor's name? Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah, Joseph Gordon.
What did I say?
Gordon Joseph Levitt.
So
you
close.
Were there. Yeah, you
Yeah,
were there.
I
We
was.
know.
You were there, was I?
We know.
Were any of us really
We
here?
got it.
It was a weird Halloween.
Ghost of Jordan Gevitt. I
Yep.
don't know.
Your shoes are here.
But yeah, somebody tells me they like the Smiths. I do. I'll be like, hell yeah, I like you.
Hmm.
Do you like the Smiths?
I do like the
Yeah,
Smiths.
come
I mean,
on,
also
they're
like music
some of
connects
the
people.
greatest.
My my first friend that I made in high school when I knew no one, very first day of freshman year was wearing an Adam Lambert t-shirt, and I was like, oh my God, I love Adam Lambert. And that was just like the start of our friendship.
Yeah.
So music connects us all.
Yeah, especially in high school. That's for sure. That's like the identifier.
Yeah. You're angsty and you need something to listen to.
That
isn't your mom.
You. That categorizes you in high school. Oh my gosh, we're gonna fall down this rabbit hole. Before we get into our show, because we have a lot of really cool, fun, geeky news, and I do want to keep talking about the Smiths a little bit. But we're humans here on the show. If you guys are wondering, did I tell everybody where Tommy, Jeff, and Diddy are? By the way, did I say that? I forgot.
Diddy's overworked and underpaid.
Yeah.
Where is Tommy Jeff?
Something about the Clash.
He's somewhere in Europe.
Another band. Somewhere
Wow.
Tommy Jeff's out there. He's living his life.
I do love the text of I'm not coming this week, and then sends it and a picture of where he's at. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you definitely won't be here tonight.
Yeah, yeah, he's there. He's out there in the world.
Exploring, gathering news. He's our guy in the streets.
He's a guy in the streets. He's living his life. Hello, everybody in chat, by the way. Somebody just asked, why does this look so professional? I'm trying to keep an eye on chat. Because
I was trying to point to it. Yeah.
we're professionals.
We are professionals?
Yeah.
You guys are getting paid?
No, I mean, I'm losing money on this deal right now, actually. So that's why we need to talk.
Happy birthday.
But we're people. We're real people, aside how professional we appear. And we are constantly learning stuff. And we want to teach people things that are connect you through your fandom. So this show is all about learning. And this is the portion of the show where we talk about what we learned this week in a segment called Wait For It. What did we learn this week?
I feel like I learned something.
Ketty, you've been gone for, well, you the longest. Before we get into what you learned,
Yes.
because I'm sure you learned a lot in New
I
Orleans.
did
And
learn
you
a lot
just
in New
learned a
Orleans.
thing at the beginning of the show
Yes.
that now you know. It's the New Orleans thing.
Okay.
I want to know, as somebody who infamously doesn't watch our podcast,
Ah, yes.
who doesn't watch herself back here, did you watch the Halloween episode?
I'll be transparent.
Aside from the clip,
I have seen the clips. I have not sat down and watched the whole thing start to finish yet. I did get about like 10 minutes in, and then I got distracted with something else.
has anybody asked you about that performance.
Yes.
Okay.
I had friends who watched back our Halloween episode and were like, what? I think it's also funny because they saw the clip that I posted on my Instagram about it, and that was enough of a, okay, I need to check this out. And then it was, is this what your podcast is? So if that was the only and or first episode of the Deeper Issues Nerdcast that you've seen, great intro.
It's the
But
it's
like
the
it
best.
was this like, oh my God, you're doing like these full on production shoots every Wednesday. And I'm like, no, I am not. That was a special occasion. But it is fun to have people and some of my friends who have seen it and get this response back that has been like generally so positive, and I'm very like thankful and blessed and like honestly like wow, that I think people forget that I have acting chops,
Yeah,
for lack of a
absolutely.
better term. I was going to be an actor professionally, like that was what I wanted to do. It's why I moved out to California.
Is it too late now? Have you given up? Are you done?
It's
That's
not
it?
that I've given
I
up.
feel like you did pretty fucking good like 2 weeks
Oh
ago.
my God, thank you so much. No, I originally, when I came out to college and I moved out to California, I was going to do acting and theater, and just realized while I was at my undergrad institution that I really like acting and I like performing, but I didn't love it enough to do it every single day of my life. And if you're in the arts, as many people know, or you want to work in the industry, you have to wake up every single day and actively pursue that. And there's a lot of roadblocks and there's a lot of instability, and it just became something that I really, really loved to do, but I didn't want to pursue it professionally, and I didn't want it to make it my entire livelihood. So I did a couple of small like film shoots in college and a couple of student productions in theater, and have generally liked being in front of a camera and performing in any sort of regard in that way. But yeah, no, not my professional career choice, but a very fun hobby and something that I love doing. So it was fun to have some friends be like, oh my God, I didn't know you were an actor. I'm like, I'm not an actor. I know a thing or two. I've taken a class. I'm a charismatic person.
Yeah.
But
I want to say that's not over for you.
oh my God, thank you. I mean,
really-
again, it's the kind of thing where like if the occasion arises and an opportunity is there, like I'll jump in, super fun. Like I had a great time. It was very, very fun to film, very fun to watch it back. Even I think there were times where we used bits that were like not like the take.
No,
but
yeah.
It was like things I was just doing like
Yeah, you
in
Will
between.
Ferrelled it.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, that was such like the way that it was edited. I was also like, I mean, chops to you. Like you worked so fucking hard on this.
I was very tired that
I
week.
imagine, yes.
That's
So the thing came together beautifully in a way that I was very proud of and very like excited to see and share. So
Yeah.
if you have not seen our Halloween episode,
Go watch it.
go watch it because I'm amazing in it.
I swear
And
there's
also
yeah.
everyone else is in it too. There are other people other than me,
All right.
but
We all just learned something about cats.
Ketzia's
So
got an
modest.
ego and a god complex. Pew pew pew.
No, you did good.
Thanks.
It was a lot. Everybody killed it.
No, 100%.
It all the right pieces were in the right place.
100%.
Okay, so I was wondering, I'm like, man, how many people probably saw that? And yes, that's what I think of too. I'm like, some people probably just saw that, have never watched our show before, and they just see that one. And it's like, oh,
What is this podcast?
now we have a lot to fucking follow up, but now it's just fucking us talking.
Just wait till the Christmas special.
yeah.
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 Just wait. It's gonna be a holiday special.
Oh yeah, holiday,
Yeah,
winter festivus,
Yeah. Winter solstice.
winter
special.
solstice.
All right.
There.
Well, other than that, you were in New Orleans. Even if it wasn't New Orleans, but what did you learn this
No,
week or month or since we last saw you?
It's been a minute. I did go to New Orleans for Halloween, for specifically the Anne Rice Vampire Ball held on Halloween night. My entire trip to New Orleans was fantastic. I wish I had had more time to explore the city. Because I work remotely, I like have to work during the day and then got to explore the city at night.
Say New Orleans. Is it
New Orleans. New Orleans.
New Orleans.
What a fun city. Met so many cool people. I ate some of the best food I think I've ever eaten in my life. It is also very fun to go to cities and
Are you
try.
listening, Tommy Jeff? Way fucking better than Chicago. Come at me, Chicago.
I do. It's funny. I'm actually planning on going to Chicago next year, specifically for Pokemon is bringing a fossil exhibit to.
I did see that.
Yeah, it's like a special exhibit coming from Japan to one of the very big museums in Chicago.
Of Pokemon
Nice.
fossils.
Pokemon fossils.
Hell yeah.
It's so cool. So
Like
yeah,
the dome.
all
fossil,
the
yeah.
different fossil Pokemon. Yeah,
yeah.
so it's a special exhibit coming to Chicago next year. So I'm like on the list to like find out dates and tickets. So I'll go to Chicago next year and I'll compare the two.
All right, Chicago. You get a pass
But
for now.
yeah, New Orleans is amazing. I would love to go back. I mean, the jazz clubs, the music, the food, such great shrimp. We had one dinner that was just oysters from like 4 different restaurants of just like popping around different oysters. I love oysters.
Charboiled. You got some good charboiled oysters?
Yes, I love a good charbroiled. I love a good raw oyster, any oyster really in any form. But what I did learn is that Disney's version of a beignet is an abomination.
Absolutely.
And it is fun to hear of like famous landmarks and then see them in person. And you feel like a tourist, and it's like, go to a city and be a tourist.
Yeah, be a
There's
tourist.
nothing to be shameful in that regard. I didn't think the hype of Cafe Du Monde would live up to it. It is the best beignet I think it's one of the best fried things I've ever eaten.
You didn't even have a morning call cafe. You had a Cafe Du Monde.
I had a Cafe Du Monde.
It's good.
It was light and fluffy but thick at the same time. Like I'll show you guys the photos. It's like just a stream of photos of me getting like deeper and deeper into the powdered sugar with like every single bite.
Oh,
and,
yeah. You walk out of there looking like Scarface and yeah. Can you airdrop us stuff?
Yeah, just like each you can see my eyes get wider and wider.
Black.
Yes.
Yeah, so you just left there just like
no, the entire ground is like covered in white sugar.
Yeah, like Pigpen from fucking Peanuts and shit.
100%. I had one day where I was exploring on my own and I was like, should I go somewhere new? And I'm like, absolutely not. I need to go back to Cafe Du Monde and have another beignet. It's also a very big still, it's a cash city, which is a weird experience coming from LA that is very not cash. And it is like really fascinating to hear so much of the history and also see still how much of the hurricane is still like the damage and the aftermath of Katrina is very prominent in the city.
Still there.
It's mind boggling. So if you have not been to New Orleans, Nola, I cannot recommend it enough. I can't wait to go back. It was such a great experience. There's a part of me that's like, when you live in California, and I'm like, well, where else is there to go? Because Southern California is like one of the best places to live
weather
and be, and just in general. But I'm like, another city full of culture and music and people I've never experienced.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot. It's some and shrimp.
I cannot express enough how good the shrimp was. I don't think it was a city that made me realize I really like shrimp, because I don't think I like shrimp. I was like, I think it's gross. And then I was like, oh, I've just been having really shitty shrimp. So I'm not eating like shrimp at like, I don't know, like a TGI Fridays, but a shrimp so goddamn.
Yeah. You didn't have a shrimp po' boy.
No, that's my bad. That's on me. There were so many other foods. I didn't have time for a po' boy.
All right.
See, I'll go back for a po' boy. I'll specifically go back for a po' boy.
That's honestly like I
know.
A po' boy from Parkway. Actually, ironically enough, a po' boy from Shortstop. Or Verdi Mart. Anyways,
but yeah, rice and beans, gumbo, the other ones.
I need to go back to New Orleans soon. I have to like reconnect with the mothership like 3 or 4 times a year and go get a po' boy in me.
Respect.
Otherwise, like yeah, my po' boy meter.
It's just like slowly
if there was a
dwindles.
chart of my body that looked like one of those Pepto-Bismol things with just like an empty silhouette, like I'm like maybe like 12% in the little red.
When it dips under 5, then you're like, we got to go.
Yeah, then I need a po' boy in me. So anyways, that's cool though. Yeah,
good time.
New Orleans is a special. It makes me sad every time I go back a little bit, because I feel like I love it. I have a love-hate relationship, I guess, just like everybody does with their hometown. But I mean, like, of course I love it. And that's my home, but it also feels, I guess the hate relationship comes from feeling like New Orleans has passed me by, because I go there and I'm just like, there's really nothing for me here at the moment. But I hope so at some point.
I feel that. Ty, what
Like
did you
Texas,
learn? Oh
right?
yeah, no, that's 100% for me with Texas.
Yeah.
I love Texas.
People go to Texas and be like barbecue and shit. And then you're like,
yeah,
barbecue.
Don't get me wrong. Texas has got good barbecue. It's just also got my dad's grave.
Yeah.
So those two things unfortunately cancel each other out. But damn, if there isn't good barbecue in Texas.
Mine's got my actual dad in it, which is worse.
Gross.
Ty, what did you learn this week?
Anything
How am I
about your
supposed to
dad? Is
How am
your
I supposed
dad
to follow?
alive and or present in your life?
Yeah, my dad.
Ty's got a great dad.
Yeah.
actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. We have the perfect triangle. Good dad, bad dad, dead dad.
The trifecta.
Those are the only
trifecta.
three.
That's the name of the episode.
Oh my god.
We did it. We found it.
Damn it. Good
Anyway,
dad.
Ty, what did you learn this week?
What did I learn?
Yeah,
this
the
week?
good, the bad, and the dead.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to follow that
That's
up.
just good dad, bad dad, dead dad.
I love that children's book.
I do love this update with Streamer. I can see the vertical.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
now I can like position myself.
If you guys are, if you're watching us on another platform that normally is a vertical platform, now
Now I'm in the middle.
you could see us as we've been intended to be seen on your smart device,
Yeah.
apparently. Or you can still watch us in that. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's
This is
pretty
a whole new. This is a whole new thing. We're professionals.
Whole new
We just stated that, right?
Again, you guys are getting
Aura.
paid.
Yeah.
I have not received a single dollar.
Ty, what you can? What's your Venmo again? There.
Pretty sure it's just my first and my last name. Anyway,
Catch
no,
checks.
Ty, tell me what did you learn? We're interrupting. Or
Oh.
did you learn that the new thing is vertical?
The new thing is vertical. I guess the new thing. What did I had? You know, it's funny. I had something, and then I was like so focused on another assignment for this podcast, I blanked on it.
Ty simultaneously producing. Y'all.
I'm doing a lot.
You got a lot going on.
Oh,
over
the
there.
most.
Thanks. Well, again, no.
That man's playing Galaga.
Hey, shh.
Ty's playing. What was the other one? The
Minesweeper?
Minesweeper.
Oh my god,
Wow.
Minesweeper. No, I'm doing Microsoft. What is it? The coloring?
Paint.
Paint.
Started off as Mac Paint, just so you know.
Oh, okay, well,
But I was a fucking beast on that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Graphic design's my passion,
Dude.
Like,
if you had seen me on Microsoft Paint back in the day, you'd be like, this young man is a prodigy. And then I amounted to nothing. I've wasted those skills.
Hey, your wife can paint.
Yeah, but I'm not on Microsoft Paint. Like I'm pretty confident that if you put fucking Windows, like a gateway from 1999 in front of me with Microsoft Paint, I might fucking be able to do some shit.
Dude, that's gonna be our new logo. Microsoft Paint,
I'm gonna design our t-shirts on Microsoft Paint.
please.
What? I'm sorry, Ty. What did you?
No, it's fine. I was like trying to like keep stalling. I got to figure out what I learned. I was like, keep going.
It's okay. You could be like, I didn't learn shit.
That's fine too.
No.
Did
So
you
much
finally?
pressure.
Okay,
as an
I'll tell
adult.
you. I'll ask you something.
Sure.
Did you fucking finally watch Welcome to Derry?
Oh, I can share that. No, I didn't watch that. That's not what I was
Oh,
gonna
well,
say.
thanks, dude. Kenzie, have you seen Welcome to Derry? Oh, okay, never mind. Oh no, you're not
I
into
hear-
scary shit. Yeah, no,
You know damn well I haven't seen the clown eating children movie / TV show.
Yeah.
fair.
I've read the plot of the movie. It sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
I think I've even seen clips of it in the daytime, and I said turn this shit off.
I fucking love it.
No,
I
Dude.
love it.
hate it.
Well, I'll tell you what I learned this week is I learned that, not that this isn't new, but like social media is such a powerful thing. I finally went to Requiem Cafe located in Anaheim.
Oh my god,
for
yes.
the over the garden wall thing. And
I was.
dude, it was hot, like temperature wise hot, because
Okay.
like we
Fair enough.
got there and I was with my friend Alma Melvin, who guests have been on the show.
Yeah. Shout out.
Shout out. I would wish
Need
I
the
had their
draws.
Mita Draws and Shinzo. I'm trying
We'll
to
look
remember
it
now.
up. We'll get
look
to you
it
by
up.
the end of the show.
We'll get it at the end of the show. They called me like, hey, there's a line, because we all parked at the same time, and I was like, there's a line.
Yeah.
And it was huge. And it was really cool to see different fans and different artists out there supporting local business. And it was just like, wow, this show, I remember when it first came out, it had a big following, but like now with the power of social media and people with streaming, people have like access to these shows again. And it's like this whole thing, and just being around the environment and being around the people, I was like, wow, like it's so cool that people are still doing cool, nerdy things outside of Comic-Con, outside of big
man.
events. Like we can support a local business. And I'm super stoked because I also learned Requiem Cafe in December, from December 5th to the 21st, is doing the Amazing Digital Circus, which the whole cast was recently at LA Comic Con. It's blowing up. The new season comes out. The new episode, I should say, comes out in December. So
What is that now? The Amazing.
It's a honestly like indie animation show on YouTube.
Yeah, so Glitch Productions, they're a smaller animation team. They do different shows, but all of it's interesting. All of it streams for free on YouTube. But they recently partnered with Netflix. So Netflix has episodes 1 through 4, but there's 6 episodes in total. So you can watch 5 and 6 on YouTube, which is what I had to do. But I think Netflix in December is also getting the rest of the episodes. I'm not sure how that syndication's working.
Mm-hmm.
But amazing, and like Etsu said, it's an indie studio. Great actors, really cool concept. Check it out if you can. But they are going to have an event at Requiem Cafe, and I also learned that other studios, other places, people not from LA or California, just use LA as a placeholder.
Oh, it's so funny. Do you see the Instagram post where they were like Requiem Cafe in LA?
Right, yeah.
And everyone in the comments is like,
It's
no,
in
because I
Anaheim.
love Requiem. I live very, very close by there.
Nice.
So I've been a big fan of Requiem, but yeah, they're constantly like in LA, and it's like this is in Anaheim. People are like, oh well, it's LA County, and you're like, wrong
It's
again.
also not
This
LA
is
County.
Orange County.
When people don't know, I mean, they don't know.
They don't know.
Like,
I mean,
you're
I'm sure
not
you
from
guys have
here-
run into this when people ask you where you live, and you're like Orange, and they're like Orange County, and you're like, no, the city
The
of
city of
Orange.
I run into that all the time.
I just tell people I'm like Disneyland. You know where that is? I live there.
Yeah, 4 miles east of Disneyland. That's exactly what I tell people. I live about 4 miles east of Disneyland.
An hour south of
In
LA.
the real, yeah. But aren't like the Angels also like the Los Angeles Angels? Or they not?
Yeah.
That's a whole other story, but yeah.
Yeah, so fucking people from outside. It's like fucking you went to New Orleans, but you also don't realize that you were probably in Metairie at some points.
Yeah.
The greater Los Angeles area and parts of Orange
When
County.
people talk to me about Dallas, Texas, and they're like, something Grapevine. I'm like, okay, so not Dallas.
Yeah,
You're
exactly. So
Rah.
Ty's Requiem Cafes in Los Angeles is what I'm saying. Ty.
Yeah,
No, the fuck it is
definitely go
not.
to LA for Requiem Cafe.
But yeah, I'm
Make
glad
the line shorter for me.
I'm glad you had a good time at Requiem. Requiem
Thank
is
you.
a very cool spot. But yeah, they do their collabs, and they've done some really cool ones. They did a recent one for Miraculous Ladybug. They did one for My Little Pony.
Oh,
They
so
did.
this is their thing. They
They
just
do a lot of like.
adjust.
Honestly, I would think it might be a cool partner to reach out to do like some pop-ups. They're very nerd friendly.
I remember when they first opened, because I would go there in college to like go study, and then unfortunately when the pandemic happened, they were smart. They were one of the few local businesses that were like, "Hey, we're gonna offer food and drink packages. Come pick it up, and then just allow us to continue to pay rent." And I think word of
Oh, I
mouth-
have been there.
Yeah,
They've got like a tree house you can sit
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah,
they did a lot
they
of
have
live D&D
bidets.
too.
Yeah.
They have bidets in their bathroom.
Did
Sure.
not know this.
I did.
I like how you're like, I've been here. They had a bidet.
I
But
only-
it is. It's like
Pablo
very
only goes to places with
well
bidet.
Makes
because
sense.
public bidets are an interesting concept to me. I'm just like, oh, so
Fair.
a bidet is one thing, but a public bidet. Oh, a
Mm,
public
alright,
bidet.
fair enough.
But yeah, that place is cool. I had their matcha coffee. It's delicious.
Yeah, and they have
Yeah.
like an anime store built in.
Is that what it is? An
Now.
anime store? Okay.
Well, no, that's just part of it now. That's like, they took over whatever that empty part of the building was. It
Okay.
wasn't there when I was there.
But yeah, if you go during the week, 0 line, walk
yeah, it's
in, super
nice.
easy. But like I remember going for their Undertale collab event that they did a little
Oh.
while back, and I was in that line for, I kid you not, maybe 3 hours.
Fuck.
Like it to the point where like I get inside, I order my drink, and I was like, I don't know why I waited 3 hours for this. It was cool, but I was like, what am I doing?
I'll
I'm
be
clowning.
honest. I'll be honest. Like it was like the same thing where like, oh, like we got to look at the decorations. We had a themed drink, although I paid $10 for a shot because the picture looked like a cup, but it was a
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah,
I got to keep the shot glass.
They'll do some like alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks as well. So again, very cool spot, very nerdly friendly, very if you're like, oh man, where are my people? And you're like an outsider in any regard, Requiem's a good place to find your people.
Mm,
Very welcoming, open community to all people. So
I like it. Shout out to Requiem Cafe.
that's awesome, Ty. I'm glad you got to go.
Thank you.
How long is the pop up still there?
I literally went the last day, which was November 9th.
So yeah, Digital Circus will be there. It's going to
December
be their
5th.
next one.
Yeah.
All right.
Pablo, what did you learn this week?
What did I learn? I learned that I'm exhausted.
Fair.
I learned,
no, the Saints.
Reach.
The Saints.
no, you know what? The Saints, they did make my week pretty cool. Shout out to the fine folks at the Old Town Film Festival. They are very much under the same mindset, I think, that we have here under the Deep Research Nerdcast. Dan Parks, super talented filmmaker as well, had a documentary about Old Town Orange. Went to that, and I love, like, the doing this thing for a community sort of thing, in the sense of community. So I really appreciate that. He did a really good job with his documentary. A lot of other talented filmmakers, short films and whatnot. They did it out of the Masonic Lodge there in the Circle. I also did, so I guess I kind of reconnected. I mean, I've been doing these VHS pop-ups.
Yeah.
Right? And
At Dink on Instagram.
DINC video. You can call it Dink if you want. Just DINC, all one word, video.
Nice.
And yeah, it's they've been really fun because I've had a good time at any kind of event, or anytime somebody comes in to my little speakeasy that I'm slinging tapes out of. Everybody like finds something that they connect about, like with films, or like specific genres, or a nostalgic thing, or something that they love now, and it's somebody that didn't grow up with VHS tapes and VCRs. I've like sold from like friggin' eclectic collectors to like a family with a mom and a dad and a 3-year-old that randomly met me at like 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, what's your reasoning behind collecting VHSs specifically? And everybody's reasoning is just like different and awesome. But yeah, I guess I relearned something I kind of already knew, but it's just really cool seeing it from this perspective, is people's ability to connect. And I tell everybody, at a time where we're all so like clearly divided of like all the different things socially, politically, and everything that everybody can use to divide themselves, like art and fandom brings people together. And that's what I really love about fandom and art. And, like whatever you think about films, that they are very much an art. And in this format, in this like classic format, like, I don't know, it's something special about it. And I like, just kind of like reconnecting with people and just discussing this sort of superficial thing, maybe, but then, the thing that makes us human, just like Ketsi was saying earlier, she's like, music defines us. It's ingrained into kind of like who we are, into our DNA in a way. Like the art that we ingest, or the things that we love, or the things that we identify that make up our personality or define us as individuals, where you're like, I connect with this thing so deeply. So it's a cool place to find your community. So yeah, I don't know. I've been kind of learning or relearning that, and it's been pretty nice. I really enjoy connecting with people and stuff like that. And then I also learned that the Frida said I could finally announce that we will be doing another pop-up at the Frida Cinema this Saturday, the 15th. There is a screening of Forbidden Planet and Reanimator at 7 and 7:30, as well as, man, you know what? This is what I said I was gonna know before the start of the podcast. Somebody is doing a Q&A that is affiliated with the film that I wish I had pulled up in advance to tell you exactly what the event is that I will be vending at. But we'll be there from about 4:00 p.m. until. So Forbidden Planet screens at 7, and Reanimator with a Q&A with Barbara Crampton is happening at 7:30. Reanimator, by the way, if you are a VHS nerd, is like one of those holy grail kind of VHSs to have. That there's like a few things, and I'm kind of like, now that I have my finger on the pulse. But yeah, Barbara Crampton, she's an actor in the film. I want to say is going to be there. Yeah, just doing like a whole Q&A and then kind of discussing, and then I think a signing and a meet and greet. I'll just read exactly what it says on the Frida's website. Celebrate 40 years of the mad science of midnight movies mayhem as our Halloween Hangover series resurrects Stuart Gordon's classic Reanimator brand in its brand new 4K restoration. And make it extra special, we are super excited to announce that the Frida Cinema favorite, Barbara Crampton, will be joining us for the post-screening Q&A to tell us all about her experience making the film. When brilliant but deranged medical student Herbert West, Jeffrey Combs, in a career-defining performance, discovers a serum that brings the dead back to life, his experiments spiral from groundbreaking to grotesque. Yeah, Ketsuya, do you think you would be into Reanimator?
It depends.
So, yeah, I think you should go watch it.
I will take a gander and I'll report back if it makes it onto Ketsuya's not so scary movie list.
Yeah, it's like it's gross. It's kind of like splatter horror.
Then probably not.
Body. Yeah, I hate to use the term. It's not because it's not really body horror, but a little bit as well because there's just some gross practical effect sort of things.
Probably not, unless it's like old and campy. No.
Well, Forbidden Planet
Okay.
plays at 7.
Maybe.
Right. So,
Okay.
and then this also says a bonus special short with an on-screen appearance of Robbie the Robot and B9 from Lost in Space. Robots will play before the film at 7:00. And then if you get there anytime after 4:00, the Free Cinema is just allowing the Deep Rooted Nerdcast to convert their lobby into a really cool vintage video store.
Cool.
So you can come and buy some cool tapes, connect with others around the cool tapes and cheesy, campy, B-level horror movie and sci-fi films that we all love. As well as, I don't know, we'll be out there.
I like it.
Pablo, what's on your shirt?
Oh yes, thank you, Katie. This is a Daniel Warren Johnson drawing from a comic book called Do a Powerbomb.
Nice.
That is about a women's Japanese wrestler and who I think dies in the ring and leaves behind a legacy, and then the story kind of turns about her daughter, and it sounds chaotic because it is, because
it's chaotic, but it's fun.
Who gets recruited by a demigod like necromancer who does a pro wrestling tournament that transcends different dimensions and universes and worlds, and then the winner of the tournament gets to bring somebody back to life, and as crazy as it sounds, it is also a comic book that may make you just weep like a baby at the end of it. It's beautiful. Do a Powerbomb. Check it out. Daniel Warren Johnson. Shout out to Johnny California in the chat. I meant to keep an eye on the chat. Thank you, Ty.
I got you.
By the way. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I learned this week. We're 36 minutes into the show. Nobody wants to hear about us. They want to hear us talk about pop culture. So let's get into it, ladies and germs. This is news and stuff. Yeah, okay. We're not journalists, but we keep our ears to the nerdy streets. Sometimes we read articles, sometimes we read headlines. Most of the time we're scrolling our social media feed. This is a little segment called News and Stuff. Yeah, I guess a lot of trailers dropped this week, folks. We got 3 major trailers, and I realized quickly at the start of the show that I was the only one that had only seen 2 out of 3 of said trailers that dropped.
He didn't do his homework, folks.
I did not.
You can't hear that audio clip.
I can hear that audio
you?
clip. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, what happened? You can hear it now?
We got a trailer for Super Mario Brothers. We got a trailer for Michael Jackson biopic. Is it just called Michael?
I think so. That sounds right.
We got a trailer for Mackle, and we got a trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I did not understand. I don't know much about the genre. I mean, the lore.
The lore of Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah, but
it is extensive.
I know just enough about it to been like, okay, this first movie is enjoyable enough for me to watch the second one. And I think it's like kids horror.
Which makes it onto Ketsuya's not so scary movie list.
Nice.
That's right. Welcome to Five Nights at Freddy. I am not a Five Nights lore aficionado, but I did watch a lot of YouTube channel Matt Pat's theory.
Video essays on YouTube.
Yeah,
basically.
no, well, he has his theory channel where it was game theory, or that's just a TV movie theater, and that's just a theory, a film theory. That's what it was called. Okay, that's the tagline. I can remember the tagline, but basically this one YouTuber got so deep into Five Nights at Freddy's lore. And if you're not familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's, here's the premise. It's Chuck E. Cheese and the animatronics kill people. That's basically it. But it's based off of an indie horror game where essentially you play a security guard at an abandoned Chuck E. Cheese-esque place where you have to watch the cameras, and every time you click away from a camera, the possessed animatronics move closer to you, and there are ways to like stop the animatronics from moving, and you have to make it or last until morning. And if you allow the animatronics to get close enough to you, they eat you and they kill you. So it's a horror game that got turned now into a horror movie, but it's blown up exponentially. It's a video game, it's a comic book series, it's like
a banger soundtrack.
But yeah, it's very extensive. The like lore goes very, very deep. So if you just want to understand the surface level of the story, like you can see the movie Five Nights at Freddy's, and very similar to the way that we do #1 comic book issues, you do not need to understand the entire lore of Five Nights to get the gist or to enjoy the content. So yeah, they're making a second movie. I think it's very interesting, or it's going to be very interesting for the fans to see like what aspects of this like Five Nights universe that they're incorporating into the second movie. But again, if you've seen the first one, I think you could probably even see the second one without having seen the first one.
Yeah,
with like
Ty, you hear that?
with a quick plot synopsis. In my brain, I was like, I don't want to spoil Five Nights, but like the
movie's been out.
The movie's been out, yeah.
I don't care.
Basically, you find out that the possessed animatronics are the souls of children who were killed by the guy who owned the Five Nights at Freddy's. And our main character is like crushing on a other girl, and the girl's the daughter of the guy who's like murdering all these kids, and there's like a little girl and she gets involved. But basically
Is she the daughter? Did they reveal that in the first one?
Yeah, that she's the daughter of the guy.
A little unmemorable.
Oh, okay.
I remember like
And you're getting on me for
Josh Hutcherson is great. It's a not so scary movie.
Lillard's in it.
Matthew
Yeah.
Lillard is the bad guy in it, who
Yeah, he's
is
great.
like the quintessential thing about Five Nights is like Matthew Lillard's character will never really die. But I think it'll be fun. The trailer does look like they've amped up the horror aspect of it, that it's a little less campy than I think the first one was. But unfortunately, because Five Nights has such a younger audience, they're not going to make it rated R.
right.
It's going to stay PG-13. It's going
Which
to
is
be
fine.
enjoyable. Yeah.
Fine.
PG-13 horror.
I think a lot of people wanted more like scary,
Yeah.
gory, make it like that kind of level of a movie. And because, say it with me now, capitalism and money, it's not going to be an R-rated movie. They need people to go see this movie.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be. I feel
But yeah,
like.
the trailer looks cool. I know they did a Halloween Horror Nights maze of it at Universal this year, and it did very, very well. I think the franchise is in good hands, and it's going to appeal to both the fans and also the general consumer audience. So
Yeah, it's a nice entry-level horror, I feel like. And,
Yes.
And you need that transitional sort of thing that's got that little bit of camp. I also appreciate the Five Nights at Freddy cosplay community. Those people
Oh,
are
yeah.
so freaking dedicated, and they're usually the ones like with the most elaborate costumes that you see taking a boatload of photos, and tend to be pretty
Yeah.
cool about it. Yeah, I'm excited about it. And Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard of Scream fame, by the way,
Yeah.
are reuniting in this latest chapter of the franchise. So I'm on board. You can't see it. They're here above me, always watching me. Skeet and Lillard, Skeet and Maddie and Skeet.
But what other trailers did we have this week?
Super Mario Galaxy. We got a little preview
I'm
of
excited.
Tiny Bowser, Bowser Jr., and Rosalina. We have it right there. Yeah, we had Toad flying through space. I'm still like, I like the movies, but I'm still like, I wouldn't be mad if they recast like Chris Pratt at this
Yes.
point.
How did
and it's like,
that could have been so easy to do and no one would have cared.
why?
Why?
I don't know. I'll take any. I want like
I would have taken literally any other white
Patton
male actor.
Oswalt.
Ratatouille himself would have been a great Mario.
I think he would have been a great
Remy?
Mario.
Yeah, Remy the Rat is Patton Oswalt
No,
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You have Remy as
as Super Mario.
Mario.
I would have enjoyed that.
The voice for Spider-Man the animated series, Greg Brady. Dang it, I just
But yeah, we got new Super Mario, again, a movie that I think will do very well. I really like Super Mario Galaxy. I didn't own a ton of games that were not like Wii Sports for the Wii. My mom liked video games where we had to move. Yeah, so we didn't get to
Yeah,
have a lot of
that's
like
good.
normal video games, and Super Mario Galaxy was one of the only like very classic video games that we were allowed to purchase when the Wii entered my household. And it's a fun game. It's a great mechanic. I think it's really pretty. I like the addition of I want to say Rosalina is supposed to be voiced by
Brie Larson.
Brie Larson. That's right, of Brie Larson fame. I was
Who's
gonna.
Baby Bowser or Bowser Jr.? I keep saying Baby Bowser, but
Look it up.
They did announce it, and it was really cool because Jack Black came on like Nintendo Direct to like announce it himself.
oh, did he?
Also, like
Jack Black's still hilarious.
I
as
love that
Bowser.
Jack Black just loves being Bowser.
Yeah, how could you know?
Yeah,
It looks good. The Chris Pratt thing's still a little weird. Just because, like, why? Why is Chris Pratt the voice of Garfield? Also,
I forgot about that.
why?
I'm gonna butcher this name. Benny Safdie. Safdie. He is from the Smashing Machine, Uncut Gems, Good Time, Happy Gilmore 2,
Oh.
Oppenheimer. He's gonna be in the Odyssey.
That's
Are
crazy.
You There, God? It's Me. Stars at Noon. Pieces of a Woman.
That is pretty. Yeah, he's in.
Trophy Hunter.
No, but he also I guess he was in Oppenheimer. He was in all those movies.
Yeah.
But he's from something else. Anyways,
Oh, his face looks so familiar.
dang it, what?
He was on the Criterion Closet too.
Well, hey man, you get into that Criterion Closet.
You're somebody.
You're a somebody.
You're somebody.
I'm creating my own Criterion Closet. I don't need that Criterion.
I mean, he's
Closet.
best known for his collaborations with his older brother Josh on crime thrillers like Good Time and Uncut Gems. Maybe we know his brother, and it's such a familiar face. Josh Safdie.
Who was he in? Happy Gilmore 2? Frank. Was that the villain?
I didn't watch it.
Was he the bad guy in Happy Gilmore 2?
I don't know.
You also did not. All right. Anyways,
Yeah.
look, the trailer looks great. Ooh, I mean, we can get caught.
Gonna
up
make
in-
lots of money.
It's
Yeah.
gonna make a lot
It's
of
gonna
money.
make a ton of money.
I
Wow.
do love. I will say this. Yes, he was the bad guy in it. He was the dude with the bad breath.
Good eye.
I do love that. There's a Mario game for every generation. Pretty
Oh
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny. You said we. I mean, I'm old. For me, it was actually Super Mario. Was the Super Mario World the one where you get the cape and you have the Yoshi? That was like the first one.
That's fun.
That's
That's probably next because everyone's like, yo, where's Yoshi in the
Yeah,
trailer?
he's-
People were wanting Yoshi. No
Yeah.
Yoshi yet.
What was your version of Mario, Ty? Were you also the Wii Mario Galaxy?
I'll be honest.
My kid's a Odyssey, and I love that. It's a fun game. We both play together, and we play
Are your
Wonder.
kids old enough for Mario Kart?
Yeah.
That game makes me have
Oh, yeah.
violent tendencies.
Oh yeah.
So
I cannot be trusted alone with a Mario Kart controller.
So I got my brother's hand-me-down. So I had a Nintendo 64. I
Aw.
played
Mario 64.
Mario-
Man.
Yeah. So I also played like whatever was on the Game Boy, like whatever he had. I think that was
Like
Mario
on the
Brothers.
DS or which
no,
one?
like Game Boy.
Like Game Boy.
Game Boy.
Oh yeah, you mean your brother the same age?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Yeah, that was
for,
a good Mario.
for like Wii, I had Mario Kart and I had Mario versus Sonic at the Olympic Games. You know.
Honestly, a banger of a game as
Oh
well.
hell yeah.
That's a great game. No, yeah, there's legit like that's such a generational character at this point that there's no way that like it's something that kids today love and parents love because of
Yeah.
the insane nostalgia value of it. So yeah, all the money is going to be made from that Mario movie. Then the third trailer we got that Michael biopic. Yeah.
It's a combination of I'm over the biopic thing. I think that
Yeah.
had
Yes.
its
We're already
big
getting
era.
the Beatles.
We're getting a Beatles one?
We're getting 4 Beatles.
Yeah,
Oh.
One for
that's probably the
each.
next one.
Wait,
that
I'm
I-
sorry, what? Are they doing 4 separate Beatle movie
Yeah.
biopics?
Yeah, and they're all connected,
I hate that.
but they're going to come back consecutively.
Did
No
you
thanks.
My
I'm okay.
my favorite from that there was a tweet that was my favorite. It was like they should introduce Yoko Ono like they introduced Thanos at the end of the movie where they just do the little turn.
Jesus, that's great. It makes me sad to think that some of those will
Yes.
do better than the others in the box office, and you'll be able to tell, like, all right, it's very clear who the favorite
The
was.
Ringo.
Yeah, the Ringo.
Ringo was
Uh,
going to break records.
But yeah, again, some biopics I was very excited about, others not so much. I also have issues with biopics when the person they're about or their estate is like alive and well. So
and also very much in control of the story that they're allowed to tell,
Yes,
which is the Michael
so-
Jackson one.
Yeah,
So do you know about the controversy behind it? Though?
by all means.
So initially they were going to do a two-parter. It's a two-part film.
No one wants
No
that.
one
You know,
wants
if I
that.
didn't want the biopic, I definitely don't want
Look,
part Mockingjay 1 and 2 of the
But
biopic.
This film
God.
has the ability to not have a sequel. It could end and be a neat bow as is, because it'll just end like with his like run in like the 80s or 90s, and that's but not even really. The current run I think ends before the allegations, and apparently the filmmaker wanted to include that and have the movie end with a lot of the allegations around.
Big
Jack-
fan. I like it.
And then the second film kind of tackled that subject a little bit more,
Okay.
but the estate is like, no way.
No, of course not.
But yeah, of course not. Of course they're gonna be like, no.
They're like, let's focus on the music.
Yeah, but I think that is Michael Jackson was the last like major celebrity. Like you have to think for a moment in time, he was the most famous person on the planet before social media, before us being connected through cell phones or
Yeah.
being able to look at news. This man dominated media. Period.
No, he was the king of pop. Like
Everybody
that's not like
king of
a
would
pop.
faint
that's
at his
not a
presence.
title we throw around lightly. Although, would you like to know a fun fact about Michael Jackson?
Yeah, sure.
So Michael Jackson broke a record. I want to say it's, and I hate when I have half facts here. It's
That's
basically
all of us here.
just welcome to the Deep Issues Nerdcast. It's half facts. No one read a book. Michael Jackson holds the record for most #1 hits off of one album. I believe the number is 6. Michael Jackson holds this title with one other person. So there's Michael Jackson, the absolute undisputed king of pop. Who do you think the other person is? Most #1 hits off of a single album.
Oh,
Oh,
I know this.
You know this.
And it's so funny to me, the dichotomy of the two.
No, I don't know. Tell me. Go for it.
You know, no, not even
Not even a
not
guess.
even an educated guess. Ty, you want to give an educated guess?
No, because I have the ability to look it up, and I'm going to look it up. So
Damn
just
it.
No,
don't
okay.
tell
Let me. Let's
Oh,
think
don't
about it for
spoil
a
it.
second. Let's think about it for a second. Who'd have the most #1 hits off of a singular album that is quite the opposite end of the spectrum? Not pop.
It is pop.
It is pop. Okay, then my answer initially was wrong.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not. I was gonna say like the Beatles. I guess would probably be my only other answer.
Think more recent.
Taylor Swift.
That's a good guess. It is
Yeah.
not Taylor Swift.
Okay.
It's Katy Perry.
Hell yeah. She went to space, y'all.
I
She kissed the
just,
ground when she came back.
I
and shit.
know. And I look, don't get me wrong.
Pulled out that
Teenage
daisy.
Dream was an album unlike anything else. I was in high school during Teenage Dream, and I like, what an era and a time for music. But yeah, the two people that hold that record for most amount of #1 hits off of a single album is Michael Jackson and Katy Perry.
Michael Jackson does hold another record. I feel like that is untouched. That most best friends under the age of 11. that a grown man would ever have.
I was like, in my brain, I was like, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop here.
Yeah, no, I
I just don't need. Oh, I don't need a biopic. Not even the controversy aside.
well, we
like,
have Leaving Neverland. I thought that was all we
thought
needed
that
to
was
know.
it.
Like, was that not the
right?
period at the end of the sentence there?
Yeah. I just don't need a whole nother like soundtrack of people covering Michael Jackson songs. Because I've seen the stage show, the Michael Jackson stage show. Great show. But I left the show, and the first thing I did, like I got into my car after seeing the show and being like, wow, that was such a great show. And the first thing I did was not look up the stage production or the Broadway
Yeah.
recording of Michael Jackson songs. I just looked up Michael Jackson songs.
So
I don't
and his nephew's playing him, right? Jafar Jackson, poor man, named after a Disney villain like that.
Christ, Pablo.
But so Jafar Jackson is playing. Yeah, I guess I could. Are you not? Did you see Leaving Neverland?
Yes, of course I did.
You not? You either you're like I'm separating the art from the artist, or I don't believe it, or
No.
I'm putting you in the hot seat here.
No, that's a good. Here's the thing, and I'll tell you.
You're next time.
I will tell you a quote from a comedian that I cannot remember, and I'm devastated by this because I've quoted this comedian many, many a times. Where it's a comedian.
Say he's, all right,
You know, it's a comedian, and he's talking about this concept of separating the art from the artist. And he goes, "Is it possible? Can you enjoy the thing with the person being canceled, for lack of a better term?" And he goes, and again, this is not a reflection of my opinions. This is just me quoting a quote. But this guy goes, "Because it's tough, you know? Did Michael Jackson molest all those kids? Probably, but he definitely wrote Thriller.
Yeah, he did. I think that's Chappelle that actually said that. Right?
You know,
He
maybe.
did Thriller, right?
I know for a fact he wrote Thriller, and it's one of the greatest songs ever.
Not to get.
Did he probably? Yeah, I don't know.
I think if anything, and
we do give Michael Jackson a lot of leeway.
This is
because I don't listen to
opinion.
Diddy anymore.
Yeah, this is my
and I don't listen to Kanye anymore.
He, like I said, once more, like the most famous person on the planet. Like, this is what's boggling to me about that documentary is like, imagine like once more at a time where nobody's connected through all these communication devices, the most famous person in the world being at your doorstep and telling you that you are so special that they want to hang out with you and your family. Like it's insane. It's like freaking like royalty, like the fucking Queen of England walking in being like, I really like you guys. I feel like I can be myself around you guys. So I just want to hang out with you a lot. It's an insane thing.
Crazy.
What I think is sad and what I think would be a bit of defender or not defender, or at least some sort of kind of redemption or a bit of justice is if the estate just talked about it.
Yeah.
Just talk about that, the legitimate abuse, because I genuinely feel that what Michael Jackson did, and I do think he did it, is a cycle of things that were done to Michael Jackson through what happened in the ins and outs of that industry. And I feel like if the rest of the family or his estate would speak up and be like, this was a cycle of abuse. We don't obviously condone it. It was bad, but it just exposes the things that can happen to lots of different, celebrities, no matter, whether it happens to grown men or whatever, who don't think they have the privilege to not be dealing with those sort of things. Like it's a terrible thing that I think should be exposed in that industry. And the best thing, in my opinion, that estate could do would be like, that was a thing. It's not right. And maybe donate a portion of what the fuck his music goes to actual victims of abuse. And then say like, we are going to try to figure out a way to stop the cycle, because the only way you stop cycles with things like that is by talking about them. And then let's put our money where our mouth is and give it to people who genuinely have been through things that, like nobody should have to go through. And help them out. In my opinion, I don't know. That's so.
No, it does beg the question, because I don't know the legal understandings of where it stands right now. Where if things have been settled and there's like been NDA signed and no one's allowed to talk about it anymore. If it's been maybe handled behind
there should be no
doors.
NDA that in the world that holds up in court that deal like that holds up to.
I mean, my assumption would be if they came out
child.
and like acknowledged it, then they have to. Then they're under the responsibility of like. Are there reparations?
Well, fucking do it.
I mean, sure, but then again,
believe in something, even if it costs you everything.
Ooh, no, because let's say it again. Who's the real villain? That's right, capitalism and money.
Look, there, and
would it be the right thing for them to own up and just pay the fines or donate money to victims of abuse? Sure. Will they? No.
Shout out. I don't know if this is gonna lose or gain followers, but I don't give a fuck. Shout out to Colin Kaepernick. Actually, that's his quote. Or the Nike ad commercial. He sacrificed it fucking all for the cause. And that's admirable in a world exactly right.
Because if the only thing to lose is Michael Jackson's reputation, who cares? But it can't, it must not be about that. If all
it's about money.
No, of course it's about money.
Yeah.
If I've said it once, I'll keep saying it.
Yeah, it's about that estate wants to fucking milk that cow way past everything.
So,
but once more, I think it should be talked about, but I'll be honest with you. I can't do Thriller anymore because of it. Like it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
I respect that.
And there was and every Halloween, trust me, every Halloween.
It gets harder and harder.
It's hard. It's like sad a little bit.
It's such a bop.
But I can't.
So yeah, biopic's coming out.
I can't
see it or don't.
But so they changed the movie.
Oh, okay. So we talked about this.
Stuff.
I cannot stand a biopic where the people are influencing the story. Either tell the story correctly or don't tell the story. I'm looking at you, Elton John.
Exactly.
They're like, I was a victim.
But I mean,
of drugs and coke.
Freddie Mercury movie, the Straight Outta Compton film, they all freaking just play it down. All right, there's nothing in that freaking.
Just be the bad guy. You could be the own bad guy of your own life. If I look at my life and I'm like, who is ruining all my opportunities? It's me.
Yeah,
I'm the villain.
Well,
You could be the villain of your own movie. I promise. It's fun.
I don't know.
You could also be the
people
hero. You could be
accountable.
an anti-hero.
But also, there needs to be like the fucking truth. Why don't we get the fucking truth out there and discuss the reality of how society kind of reacts to celebrity?
No, because if
culture?
it was, it'd be a documentary. And if it was a documentary, no one would see it.
Yeah,
I would. I love a good documentary.
I would see it too. Anyways, other trailers that
Yeah, what
dropped
are the other
this
trailers?
week as well. Those are all the trailers. Those are the trailers that. Okay, so we got other news here. There's no real news around this aside from I'm just very excited about it. King of the Hill got renewed, so it already gotten renewed for 2 seasons.
Wait, 2 more seasons? Like
Yeah.
season 2 and 3?
Well, and now recently, like midway through them making, well, not it's technically what seasons 14 and 15.
What?
Sure. The reboot.
The reboot,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's got renewed for 2 more seasons, and then midway through them making those 2 more seasons, they said, actually, we're going to renew it for another 2 seasons as well.
So we're getting 5 total seasons?
5 total seasons as of now. Yes.
That's awesome. If you have not watched the new King of the Hill, it is fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. Mike Judge, anything that man does is.
Yeah, I'm also a big fan. I never
Oh, yeah.
understood. No, I'm from Texas.
from
That's the
Texas.
thing. I never understood people who were not from Texas who were like, "Oh, King of the Hill is so funny," and I'm like, "Why do you think it's funny?" I know why I think it's funny because it's Texas. But like, I have a lot of friends, Californians friends specifically, who are like, "That show's not funny," and I'm like, "Because you don't get it, and that's okay." I love King of the Hill. I think it is so funny. I think it is so good. I really did enjoy the new season. I gobbled it up.
It's fantastic.
Great writing. See it if you haven't. I
It's
want to say
brilliant.
it's on Hulu exclusively.
It's on Disney.
Hulu, Disney Plus.
You know.
You know who we're giving our money to.
Yeah.
Womp
No,
womp.
it's so freaking great. I loved it. I love that. I love Mike Judge's. It's funny because it's just like real people. Like if you from Texas probably know at least like 2 or 3 of those characters.
Correct.
Yes, and like it's a propane renaissance, if you will. But it's just like, yeah, that's what I think is so great about his comedy. It's like very subtle and just very character driven and very much based in like what's funny about real life. And yeah, hell yeah, give me more King of the Hill. That's one of the shows that I can definitely not get enough of. Mike Judge is a goat or a boat or whatever these kids say these days. Goat boat. Let's see. This is a pretty interesting one. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Disney has officially lost the rights to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. There was a like loophole that was a 35-year deal, and Roger Rabbit is basically going back to the original writer of the novel. If y'all don't know, the novel is, I think it was called, it wasn't Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It was something, fuck, man. Anyways, it's going back to the original creator, man.
That's awesome.
I don't know.
So is Disney like forfeiting all their rights? Or they're probably going to just buy it up
So-
again.
Who censored Roger?
Who
Rabbit?
censored Roger? Yeah. So Gary K. Wolf wrote Who Censored Roger Rabbit. Obviously Touchstone, which was the Disney adult IP, made that movie. And then since they haven't touched that IP really aside from, well, I don't know, that little cameo in the Rescue Rangers movie, I feel like is enough. But since they hadn't touched the film in about 35 years, it activated a reversion clause, which allows creators to get their properties back if they haven't been touched in 35 years. And now Gary K. Wolf is saying he wants to develop a whole new slew of different Roger Rabbit IPs. However, here's where it gets interesting. Disney still owns that version of Roger Rabbit.
Sure.
Rabbit, those likenesses. So I think that Gary K. Wolf was talking about doing a Jessica Rabbit film that kind of talks about her rise to celebrity. And it's called like Jessica Rabbit. Let's see. It's a book. Sorry.
Oh,
Either way,
interesting.
it's another Roger Rabbit book, but once more, you're not going to get that Kathleen Turner performance. You'll get a whole different Xerius is what it's called. Like XERIOS, Xerius Business. Is what he's talking about. It's a live action Jessica Rabbit movie based on Jessica Rabbit. And it was the first project that we took on when we started developing and got the rights back. It's probably the one he says that is furthest along right now. I don't know where this would end up, but this is kind of like this fucking classic Disney thing. And this is why it doesn't matter with Disney reverting rights to certain things. They still own like a very specific version of something, which is, I think, really interesting. So, yeah, like you wouldn't be able to hear that version of Roger Rabbit that you liked from that movie. One of the greatest films, probably easily rotates into my favorite film of all time.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Oh.
brilliant. And it's I just got interviewed about this, actually talked about it. Shout out to Damian King. But it's like a movie that's so about the details.
Yeah.
And it's so like details that the average person will never notice. There's literally a term created around the film called bumping the light, where there's the scene where Roger and Eddie are trying to saw off their handcuffs and hacks on this back room, and Roger Rabbit bumps the top of the light there, and this light fixture is swinging back and forth, and the animator had to draw every bit of shadow that 100% matches and corresponds to the shadow and the way that the lighting moves on the live action actor on the animated the animated character.
Yeah.
Which is a nearly impossible task to fulfill. And I think at some point somebody was like, oh, you don't have to do this. The audience won't notice and blah, blah, blah. But the animators were so dedicated. They're like, no, we're going to make this as integrated into the real world. And that's why that movie holds up so well. The line of sight, Charles Fleischer's dedication to this transcendental acting by being on set dressed as the character, to the little details like that, the light, and even shots that look impossible to pull off, that were pulled off in a time before CGI. It's phenomenal fucking film. But unfortunately, you won't get that version. Who knows? I'm excited to see what Gary K. Wolf and them and company come up with. And he said he was also still open to working with Disney down the line, which
Okay.
so I'm sure you'll get some Roger Rabbit stuff out there, but I think that franchise is a little too sexy for Disney. Don't we have a too sexy? Is there I know it's too sexy for Disney. That Jessica Rabbit.
Too sexy, please don't do it.
Yeah,
There you go.
there it is.
Nice.
Let's see what other news. The Lucas Museum gets an official opening date. I don't know if y'all know about the Lucas Museum.
What is the Lucas Museum?
So it's if you go to lucasmuseum.org.
Oh, like Lucasfilm?
Yeah, it's
Great,
the
Star
Lucas
Wars,
Museum
got it.
of Narrative Art. Is officially opening on September 22nd, 2026 in 313 days, 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 35 seconds right
So
now.
it's a Star Wars movie?
No,
It's a Star Wars museum?
It's museum. It's a museum of film, of narrative art, like anything that's iconic from film and television. They have like a bunch of different things that are donated from like the paintings from the Frida film for the Frida Kahlo biopic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It looks like actual Frida Kahlo art for some reason.
And more importantly, they're getting a full life-size Naboo starfighter.
So it is a Star Wars museum.
Yeah, I mean for sure. But I mean, you gotta think, Lumen, like, was a company freaking Light and Magic, like was a revolution. They created a company solely for Star Wars.
Yeah.
To create
Star Wars.
to create Star Wars, and it's done, hundreds of films at this point, iconic films. So yeah, George Lucas is doing a good thing. He's preserving things that, and I think Guillermo del Toro was talking about this at LA Comic-Con. He's like, we don't always think of things like comic books, television shows, and whatnot as like fine art, but 1000% it is fine art. Like it is, if you look at some things out there that exist within the world of comic books and film, and like it's all pure imagination, and being able to like now have a museum dedicated to those things is, I don't know, putting pop culture on a different platform, pedestal. It's like recognize game. I don't look, I'm going to say this really quick. Fuck that Beatles biopic too. I agree. I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch all four of them, and they're all too attractive. Go check out The Fifth Beatle. The Brian Epstein story, by the way, by Vivek J. Tiwari and Andrew C. Robinson and Kyle Baker. You won't regret it. Talking about fine art. Sorry, I just saw it. I just talked about it.
You're like, I just saw it and I needed to.
I needed to talk about it really quick.
I needed to nerd.
Let's see, what other bit of news do we have? That is there anything else? Did I miss anything?
Toy Story 5 teaser came out.
There's a teaser?
Yeah, it's a
Why
cute
didn't you
little-
tell me to watch this?
It's fine. It's all of them freaking out, and then an iPad comes out. That's about it.
Oh yeah, that's the villain in this movie.
Yeah, that's right. An iPad
The iPad is the villain.
is the villain. Yeah, I stand by that.
That checks out.
They call it like Lily.
Oh, like a lily pad?
Yeah, but I'm like, are they trying to make fun of
Lily
like
pad.
what was that kids like electronic company like Leapfrog?
Oh,
Leapfrog, yeah.
100%.
I'm like, are they making fun of Leapfrog and Apple?
Two birds,
is
one
very analog.
stone.
Leapfrog
Yeah.
was too rich for my blood. I never had any Leapfrog.
I never had
shit.
a leapfrog.
But it was
like-
all still at least about learning.
Yeah. So that's what I think that's why they're calling it Lily Pad or whatever.
I don't think the problem is electronics devices. I don't think the problem is iPads. I'll tell you what the problem is.
Parents?
Parenting.
It's parents. Yeah. And parents that don't know how to use the technology that they just willy-nilly hand over to their kids.
Yeah.
Learn your fucking parental locks and shit.
Yeah.
Learn how to fucking use that shit. Be a little bit savvier. Kids are not good on technology. You are smarter than them. Lock down your technology for your kids. My kids have iPads, but it's like very limited.
Yeah.
What they can do with it. It's a leapfrog device, basically.
So,
Like my kids only read comics, like
my-
the good Lord intended.
I had a proud dad moment. I showed Finn how to handle a comic today.
Aw.
Like, I'm like, you have to hold the back of the book. You have to like support it this way. And he did it. He was spot on. He was great.
Turn the
Cute.
page, wash your hands.
Turn the
page, wash
you turn the page and then you wash your hands.
Speaking of, should we talk about some number one comics?
Let's do it.
Today's haul.
Speaking of Finn. The show, this is what we do. We like to introduce you folks to some comics that you need no prior knowledge or insight to be able to enjoy. All of these comics are available at your local comic shop. We're playing a little bit of catch up. So some of these I think have come out within the last week or so, but there's some number one comics. Like I said, you don't need to just have 30 or 40 years of history. Comics are for everybody, and there's all sorts of stories, all sorts of worlds and fandoms out there waiting for you, as well as the ability to support a small business, because most comic shops are small businesses. And you can walk in, find your people, find the stories, find the things that you like, and explore some fine art. We all read a comic this week. Katya, you want to start it off, or Ty?
Yeah.
Ty's got actually, Ty, why don't you start it off?
Because I have the most depressing one.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to end it with that.
Fair
it's not
enough.
depressing. It's not
It's
depressing.
not depressing.
It's not you, it's the comic.
I will say what I learned this week was from this book. I'm distracted because I could see myself on the vertical and the horizontal.
Oh, crazy.
Crazy. So if you enjoy horror, history, and a bit of mystery and want to learn the horrific and historical events of the Crownsville Hospital, Maryland, you may want to check out this double-sized issue from Rodney Barnes. The iconic Eisner-nominated writer and master of horror himself, Rodney Barnes, grew up in Annapolis, Maryland, so right near his hometown was Crownsville. This tale, for those that don't know, Crownsville Hospital was a hospital that was built and designed for people of color, and there were some horrific events that took place within the hospital. But I will say, Rodney Barnes brings us his latest tale with amazing art from Elia Bonetti, famous for some Wolverine Death of Wolverine. Crownsville is a supernatural mystery horror comic that gives insight to the historical atrocities that took place not too far from his hometown. Like I said, the comic introduces to two characters, a police detective named Mike and a soon-to-be laid-off journalist named Paul. And after an unexplained death within the walls of Crownsville, they begin to dive into the dark history of the building itself and connect with the anguished spirits still lurking within the walls. For those of you that, again, like any kind of horror or mystery genres, it's a little bit of a blend of that kind of stuff, like art style that reminds me a little bit.
It's beautiful art.
It's beautiful art. If you guys are fans of Rodney Barnes' other comic, Philadelphia, it's very similar into that vibe. There's a lot of family. There's a lot of history within this book. I actually had to do some research, and the ACLU in Maryland actually has a nice little article. So if you look that up, they'll kind of give you the breakdown of all the horrific events I don't want to talk about right now.
Yeah, no, look, it's Rodney Barnes, man, he's
a masterclass in horror.
He's
Amazing
so good.
Storyteller.
He's like kind of a Guillermo del Toro of like comic books, and like the way he, like, I guess, well, I mean, Guillermo del Toro is a little bit more whimsical, I would say. Rodney Barnes finds horror, and then also, makes some really good social commentary, and is very qualified to tell the story. Yeah, from this basically, like, it was an all-black psych ward out of Maryland, with just like a legacy of abuse and neglect.
Well, what's interesting too is that Rodney Barnes also mentioned, I was looking up an interview that he recently did. He knew people that worked within Crownsville. And
oh, wow.
Again, this was like an urban legend that was true growing up. And like, again, like he had those moments of parents, like he's heard parents threatening to send their kids there. He did notate in the interview that he created this story specifically to give readers a better idea about the people of Crownsville and how they were mistreated and forced into these inhumane conditions.
Yeah.
So it's giving historical facts, accuracy.
Historically, which is usually the scariest thing.
That's the scariest part.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it's
not
stuff you
scared
grew
of
up
Freddy
with.
or Jason. I'm not scared of these supernatural monsters. I'm scared of like the horrors that humans have the ability to kind of invoke onto other humans.
Oh, I'm
Right.
scared of generational trauma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And that's shout out, Rodney Barnes once more. It's a horror tale, but then also exposing like this like historical injustice.
Right. And it was pretty recent too. Like a lot of this how this recognition came about because the hospital the psych ward ran from 1911 to 2004.
What the?
And it wasn't until like 2014 and 13 they started doing memorials. They started doing a bigger deep dive.
10 years later,
to-
they kind of talked about it.
Right.
It's like in a way like Tulsa Massacre is like a
Yeah.
thing that's not talked about,
Right.
Mm.
through history, but is like this insane injustice. And then we're just learning about these sort of things.
Yeah.
Unless, but yeah, the art and it looks really dope. Ella Bonetti?
Bonetti. Yeah. This is number 1 from Oni Press. And this is what's really cool about this is $4.99. This is a double-size debut comic. So
Yeah, it's
48
a big book.
pages.
Oh wow.
It's a thicker book. But again, amazing art.
It's gonna be 5 issues too. So
it's
this is
gonna be five-parter.
basically 6 issues.
Yeah.
Because the double. Yeah, it was released on so depending on
Last
the
week.
retailer, actually,
Oh,
depending on the retailer, you may have gotten it last week or you may have gotten it this week. But issue 2 is set, I think, for December 10th. Definitely check out Barnes' other books. He's doing a great job with everything he does. And yeah, you're right. He's a master of horror.
Master of Horror. And again, $4.99. Go pick it up at your local comic book store and check out his other works while you're there.
Yeah, right on. Crownsville.
Crownsville.
Yeah, see, we had to get that one out.
We had to get this out. Well, not out of the way, but like we should.
Maybe Ketzia's is more, hopefully a little bit
Sad.
less,
Well-
and awful, and just like
No,
a
mine's great.
point of history that clearly people don't even want to discuss.
Well, mine's not based in historical value whatsoever. I'm gonna wreck it so that you can check it. From the Deeper Issues Nerdcast, this is our number 1 of the comics review for Space Scouts from Dark Horse Comics. This is from Matt Kint and David Rubin. A very interesting story about a reluctant hero. It gives Hunger Games meets The Boys, a little bit of like a gritty superhero powered competition. No one's dying, but there is a little bit of a last man standing vibe to it. So we meet our main character who has been blessed with supernatural abilities, and essentially they are chosen by the universe in the fact that they're like, it's interesting. It's our protagonist has light manipulation powers, and they're from a very poor, very poverty-stricken planet, and they're very reluctant. They don't want to participate, but essentially like there is a higher power that scans throughout the entire universe, finding these individuals who have these superhuman abilities, and it pulls all of these competitors together. I think there are 1,000 of them to the center of the universe to compete in a competition to become a Space Scout. And Space Scouts are seen as like the best of the best. And even within the Space Scouts, there are like the higher elite. And our protagonist doesn't want to compete, doesn't want the pressure of her entire planet and her family. And slowly but surely starts to see like, okay, maybe I will participate. Maybe I will give this my shot. But it gives you glimpses into something a little bit more sinister happening under the surface, where that's where I kind of get the Hunger Games vibe, where like the winners aren't actually the best of the best, but it's like who's the most popular, who has an interesting storyline, who is a marketable superhero, which kind of gives me that like that Boys dynamic where if you haven't seen The Boys on Amazon Prime, it's basically shows you like the grittiness of superheroes, where like, yes, it's extravagant and these amazing heroes, but there's a lot of marketing, a lot of planning, and a lot of not so good things behind the scenes. So a very interesting story. The graphics are like, I love the coloring on this comic. I also do love a reluctant hero who likes to game the system and will very clearly think they've got the upper hand when they're always one step behind. So if you have a chance to check it out, this is Space Scouts from Matt Kind and David Rubin from Dark Horse Comics.
All right. Dang. I'm into it.
Yeah, big fan. I also like in the back of this first comic, they do introduce some of the other characters in the Space Scout competition.
Oh, I love that.
And so they give you like a profile, some of
I
the
love that.
characterization of the different characters that I'm sure we'll get to know more of throughout the story.
Character cards.
Yeah, character cards. Like this one's just a robot with a head.
Hell yeah.
Spider lady and a vampire. Which is very cool. So it almost gives me like almost even like My Hero Academia vibes, where you get to know all the different like characters and their abilities, a little bit of teamwork going on. You'll have people who are playing the system or playing against the system. Yeah, this one is very, very cool. I'm excited to hear more about it.
Right on. I'm sold. I mean, Hunger Games in space. with
Hunger Games
character
in
cards.
space. No one's dying, but it is the like everyone fending for themselves and like earning a tribute score and like creating a profile. I do like the idea of merit-based systems that are not actually merit-based systems. So it's like, I'm going to try my best. And you're like, oh, that's so cute. How many followers do you have? And stories that kind of deconstruct and expose that narrative.
I like that.
But yeah.
Cool. I feel like you guys had like way more like serious, I mean, kind of book. Mine.
What was yours,
That
Pablo?
you got first dibs on.
I got first dibs.
Yo,
on-
Pablo was like, but like, he's like, take a look at all the comics, but this one's mine.
Yeah. Every week.
I called dibs on this one. Look.
Look, this is very you. This book is very you. So I
Yeah,
get it.
absolutely.
I wasn't going to take
absolutely.
it away from you.
Yeah, you can't take this away from me. Look, if you've ever wondered, if you were a fan of those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Oh boy, am I.
yeah, if you've ever daydreamed about Leonardo trying to strategize while Godzilla destroys the skyline, if you've ever wondered if Donatello could build something that could stand up to atomic breath,
Mm.
if you've ever wondered how Raphael would just mindlessly, because he's cool but brute, right? Could just how he would stand up toe to toe with the King of Monsters, or basically wondering what would happen with Shredder and Krang and the gang. I like saying that, Shredder and Krang and the gang.
Yeah.
Look, this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vs. Godzilla.
Yeah.
I don't know, or I'm sorry, it's specifically called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Godzilla.
Ooh.
Crossover event.
Yeah. Look, this book's your jam. It's exactly what it sounds like. The King of the Monster versus them Turtle Boys. All right. And those Turtle Boys won't cut him no slack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, exactly what you think. It's big, it's loud, it's imaginative storytelling, basically the perfect epitome of like why comics in their most chaotic format basically exist. Look, this book is basically packed with like, I could take any panel out of this book and make it into a badass poster that I would easily hang up in any nerd cave here. It's from IDW. They have a pretty good team behind it. Eric Burnham, who's a veteran Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle writer, art by Freddy E. Williams, who draws basically exactly what you want. It's quintessential Turtles. A little mix of some of the more serious Eastman Laird style with also a little mix of that 90s or 80s cartoon. Is it 80s? I guess it's a 90s cartoon. The Turtles. Okay.
Yeah.
The cartoon vibes mixed with that serious element that you want is there, as well as the Godzilla elements. The artist is perfectly put together for this. The colors by Andrew Dalhouse are amazing. They pop once more. Well worthy of a Ninja Turtles cartoon and or Godzilla movie. Letters by Sean Lee that are clean, easy to follow. Really cool sound effects in the way. Letters, once more, unsung craft within comic books. And Lee does this really, really well. There's also a really badass splash page monologue of like Splinter explaining what
the kaiju?
the kaiju origins, what I imagine to be in a very like racist voice. But who
Good.
said that? Who's like, how can Splinter still be a thing? I'm just Ty.
By me.
I just wondered how does Splinter piss you off? Like,
No?
because they tried to cancel whenever people were like Speedy Gonzalez is leaving the Looney Tunes. I'm like, the fuck he is. I don't know. And people are like, well, does it not piss you off? I'm like, I don't know. I guess I never thought about it.
I never really thought about it.
About Speedy Gonzalez?
No, about like Shredder, because like
Does that not
Splinter.
Splinter's voice doesn't piss you off. You're not like this mother.
I was never my brother. You should ask my brother because he was into Ninja Turtle. I was never into Ninja Turtles. So
Alright, fair enough.
didn't know what he
I'm just
sounded
saying,
like.
it's time to update Splinter's voice. Maybe just have him be just like a very well spoken, I don't know, New Yorker, because that's kind of what he is, right?
That'd be funny.
Is it?
I'd be so
I would
down
enjoy
for
that.
a wise New Yorker.
Because they use Jackie Chan in this last, and that, of course that's what Jackie Chan talks like.
Right.
So the Seth Rogen one, but they still leaned into like we want a heavy Asian accent.
Yeah.
But I always wondered.
I
I'm
know when they did cast Jackie Chan, I was like, oh wait, that's cool, but
But it's like, why? He's a rat from New York.
Right.
Why does he have that thick Asian accent?
And why are you gonna hire a Chinese man to do a Japanese?
Is he supposed to be? Are they supposed to be Japanese?
Martial-
Ninjas. Yeah.
Yeah, ninja shinobi are from Japan.
Yeah, it's a Japanese
Yeah.
cultural thing.
But then they say stuff like, "Oh, they're doing kung fu." I'm like, no, they're not.
Are you enraged right
No,
now?
they're
You're like,
I'm just mad at the accuracy. But I will say this. What's his name? Daniel Day Kim? No, the one that was from Jurassic Park, Dr. Wong.
yeah.
oh yeah.
So
He pissed you off?
No. No. He actually had a good quote. He said, "I don't think unless the role calls for like a historically accurate thing, like if it calls for Japanese diction, Chinese diction, that's when you cast a person of that descent. But if it's just a character, it shouldn't matter." And I wholeheartedly agree.
Okay.
Like if it calls for it and it makes sense, like if I'm gonna do a animation in Japan, it's like cool, like I can hire any voice actor. But if it's like something very specific to historical, or that's going to not disrespect something, then yes, I would hire someone specifically of that ethnicity for that character.
Mm-hmm.
He said it better than I did, but like just look it up.
Is Speedy Gonzalez still canceled?
I
don't
know.
That kind of, I'll tell you guys, it kind of,
Pepe Le Pew is, but that's for other reasons.
Yeah, we know why. But I mean, I remember people were like, "No, Looney Tunes are not gonna." I mean, his cousin Slowpoke Rodriguez was for sure a little bit on a sketchier. But you know what? Like, I don't know. I just never. And I now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, he's played by Mel Blanc.
Well, didn't he? Yeah. Well, didn't
Fred Armisen eventually played him? So
didn't Gabriel Iglesias
do a Speedy Gonzalez?
Yeah, for a recent Looney Tunes project.
I hope so. I want Speedy Gonzalez played by Pedro Pascal.
Oh,
I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that. Yeah,
give me a serious Pedro Pascal. Speedy Gonzalez. I don't know. Hopefully, my name's Pablo. Y'all just for the record.
Yeah. He's saying.
No, look. Hey, check out Ninja Turtles Godzilla.
That's
How
right.
did we
Paolo.
get here?
Check out Ninja. We fell down this rabbit hole, but definitely check out Ninja Turtles versus Godzilla at your local comic shop. Once more, if you're a fan of the two IPs, this is a can't lose. I saw it and I was just like, yes, I'm into that. What? How are you not gonna like? You like Godzilla? You like Ninja Turtles? Fucking check out Godzilla versus Ninja Turtles from IDW. Really cool, really beautiful book. Yes, Shredder. Yes, Rocksteady and Bebop. Yes, Krang. All the freaking characters that you love are there on top. And Casey Jones. They got everybody. Everybody's in this book, dude. If you are a Turtles fan, you are definitely into this. Once more, and then this is what I like. At the end, there's talking about fine art. Ninja Turtles are fine art at this point. They have like all the different alternate covers. Look at some of these insane covers.
I like that one.
Are in like look that Ninja Turtles Godzilla mashup. Like also shout out Sean Galloway, the man. He does all those like 80s morning kind of cartoon.
Nice.
Met him at a Comic-Con a few years back, and I mean he's brilliant. This is Vladimir Rivas cover. There's like a bunch of really, really dope art in this book. Once more, like I would take any panel out of this and frame it and be like, this is art.
Dude, that Shredder with the kaiju in the back, that would be a badass poster.
The last book I will shout out, although issue 2 I think just dropped. If you have not signed up to Uncivilized Books, go check out our interview with Keenan Marshall Keller and Tom Neely, because The Jungle 2 from Uncivilized Books is beautiful, oversized magazine format book. I'm gonna redrop, I guess, our recommendation in our interview with both Keenan Marshall Keller and Tom Neely. Planet of the Apes, basically Hell's Angels, The Rebel Without a Cause, bringing an insane psychedelic biker saga of biker exploitation if it took place on the Planet of the Apes. is the book called Humans, and now this beautiful new comic called The Jungle, which is the humans after they've gone to jail, dropped this week. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, issues 2 also dropped this week. If you saw our recommendation on Event Horizon, Horizon issue 3 also dropped this week. Go watch some of our older episodes. We also recommend all sorts of stuff that is still available at your local comic shop. And there's a lot of new #1s still that are there that came out a few weeks ago, and you don't know. Just walk into a comic shop, folks. Check out some art, read some books. Yeah. That about does it, I think, for the evening. Is there anything y'all would like to plug before we wrap this bad mama jam up?
I think we're gonna. Do you want to plug Frida again?
Yeah, that's, you read my mind. Yes, absolutely. We will be at the Frida Cinema from about, I'll be there around 3, but I'll be setting up. So give me about an hour, okay? So let's say from 4 till once more, you can head on down to the Frida Cinema. Watch, if you're like Ketsia and you don't want to watch anything too scary.
That's right.
You can go watch Forbidden Planet, classic sci-fi film. I have Forbidden Planet on VHS, by the way.
Oh, that's exciting.
For sale. I have one copy.
For sale.
One. Well, I'm saying like it'll be at our video pop-up, which is a little video store.
What time are you going to be there?
At 4 o'clock. But I have.
Are you going to set up at 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
putting it in my calendar, so you guys should too.
Yeah.
I also have
Are you going to come down?
I've
Are
look.
people going to be able to give you $1 in person?
Could it be exciting?
You may not be able to meet Ketsia Abramson
and for $1, I'll take a photo with you
in person at the Frida. Yeah, I have one copy of Forbidden Planet. I have no copies of Reanimator. Look, it's a hard freaking VHS to get a hold of, but it is holy grail horror VHS stuff. Once more, we are on this crusade to bring down big streamers, the gatekeepers of the art that you love, the people that have the ability to change the thing. We gave them the keys. We messed up, y'all. Let's go back. Let's own some physical media, not just from us. Like, there's a look. Shout out to VHS Hero and Chatsworth out of We Can Be Heroes Comics. Be Kind Video out of Burbank. There's a gentleman by the name of Play It by Fear. There's VHS Spectacular that I met at the last vending event at the Frida. There's a lot of people out there that are selling physical media, as well as like Barnes and Nobles, because that's kind of their thing now.
Yeah.
They're coming up. They're coming back. Barnes and Nobles. They're popping up everywhere.
The one in Brea just opened and right by you at the block.
There's the really nice one right here in Orange.
Oh yeah, the new one just opened up where Van's skate park used to be.
I don't think it opened up yet, but I think it's gonna open.
I think it's about to have their opening.
Yeah, and
26.
It's awesome. Like go support Barnes and Nobles and places where you can still own physical things. Get out of the digital world, unless you're watching the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. Hey, if
and
you
then
watch
stay here, stay digital.
No, you know what? Get out there and live your life. Only dedicate a small amount of time to us. But if you did watch this stream, y'all, it will help us out. If you throw a little like up there, a little like on the stream, drop a like. Give us, subscribe to all those different things. Go give us a like on some of the different things on our social media accounts as well. Got a lot of really cool things dropping here in the next couple days. Not just clips from our podcast, but cool little exclusive interviews and other things that we have working. See you the 15th on the Frida. Ketsia, where can we find you online?
You can find me here at the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. You can also find me on my personal Instagram at KetsChecks. Also, quick little plug for our episode next week. You're not going to want to miss it because you're going to get my spoiler-free review of the new Wicked movie. I am seeing an early screening on Monday. I am so excited. So yeah, I'll have a fun story next week.
I'm very excited about that.
I know. I'm so excited for the new Wicked movie. So yeah, I think it comes out not this Friday, but next Friday. I want to see it next Friday, and then I'm seeing it this coming Monday.
Just spoil it.
No, I mean, also we were like, you can't spoil Wicked. Like the musical's been out.
Yeah, I mean, also we saw The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
the witch dies at the end.
What?
Sorry, y'all.
So yeah, in my brain I was like, do I have anything to plug? And I'm like,
yeah,
no, I'm going.
I'm ready for your spoiler-free review.
Yeah.
I want to know.
My weekend involves the pop-up at the Frida. I'm going to a banana-themed party on Sunday.
Ketsia with her physical. So look, physical.
My physical. I can't keep a digital calendar. I'm a physical media girly popper. I like to write things down. Yeah, the Wicked screening on Monday.
Shout out to Cosmo at the Cosmo Show, by the way. Sorry, the Cosmo Network, who got us access to the Combat Radio Christmas It's basically a live reading of or audio theater of
A Christmas Carol.
fuck yeah. Why was I blanking on A Christmas Carol?
You're like, this event called The Christmas Carol is a media reading of.
Yeah, we're so shout out to that's another thing we have to plug. Ty, do you have anything to plug?
No.
Tie photography.
No.
You got to whore out tie photography, dude.
For all
Tie-dye
your
photography
photography
anywhere.
needs.
Yeah. You need photography? Tie photography.
Do I need photography?
My name is Pablo Ramirez. As you can find me here at the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. You can also check us out our other account if you are interested in the VHS stuff, because we don't want to flood this feed with just VHS stuff. At DINC Video is where we announce also we do have a little speakeasy video store in Orange. So if you are interested in buying some VHSs, shoot your boy a DM over there and we'll talk about it. Yeah, until next time, folks, be kind, keep your mind broad, and may all of your issues be comic books.